This video instruction is for ratio and proportion quiz number 1. You can see here the definition of ratio is the comparison of two numbers. The ratio of those two numbers is typically given as 3/4 or 3:4. If the quantities compared have units, they need to be the same whenever possible. In this example here, 1 foot to 15 inches, of course, 1 foot is 12 inches. So once you convert that to 12 inches, now you can set up the formula there and come up with the lowest terms of 4/5. Here's a couple of examples to take a look at. This is the ratio of 18/45. Both 18 and 45 can be divided by 9 to reduce it down to 2/5. Here is one where the units are not the same, feet to inches, converting 3 feet to 36 inches, and then finding the lowest terms there. Here's one with meters and centimeters. So take a look at the examples. Make sure you understand that before you go on to taking the quiz. Here's 3 more examples. Here you have 2 fractions to compare. Set up the equation here. You invert the second fraction, do the multiplication, reduce that down, and you find the ratio in the lowest terms there. Again, here is 2.5 to 10. We'll convert those to fractions. 5/2 over 1/10, or excuse me, when you invert, it's 5/2 times 1/10, and gives you 1/4 as the result in the lowest terms. And here, where both of these examples, or both of these values are given in feet per minute, so you really don't need to change anything. It's just 25/15 or 5/3. And the last couple examples here, it's the ratio of buckets of cement to buckets of sand. Because it's the same units, you just set it up and reduce down to the lowest terms. Miles to gallons, and gallons to acres. And typically, if you see the symbol with the slash mark, it's read per. So in this example, it's gallons per acre. Here you would actually say miles per gallon, very common. So take a look at the examples, and when you're ready to get started with the quiz, I want to go over a couple questions that will be on the quiz. This will be question number 2. The ratio that we're going to find is the ratio of welding rods that a welder grabbed a handful of. The 6011 rods, he grabbed 22, or she grabbed 22, and the super strength rod, super strength 100, she grabbed 90. So you divide both of those by 2 to find the lowest terms, 11/45, and there's your answer. Question number 6, you're expressing the lowest terms of 4 to 28. 4/28, both can be divided by 4, reduces down to 1/7, very simple. Question number 10, here we have 4.5 to 3.5. We'll convert both those to fractions, which will be 9/2, 7/2. Common denominator gets crossed out. Now we're just left with 9/7, and there's the correct answer there. Question number 17, a 1260 ohm resistor compared to a 600 ohm resistor. When you put the numbers over top of each other and cross out the last zero, leaves us 126/60. We know that can be divided by 2 because those both are even numbers. Reduces down to 63/30. We can reduce that again by dividing by 3, come down to 21/10, and there's our answer. And yes, we could have divided 1260 by 60 and 600 by 60 to come up with this same number, because we took off a 10 by 2 and by 3. Hopefully this helps with getting the rest of the questions in the quiz done. If you stumble on any questions, send me an email or text message, let me know. But take a look at the slides, look at the information that's given, the examples that are given, and you shouldn't have any problems getting the other 16 questions done.